Shalom, shalom. Giving all praises, all glory, and all honor to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Ba'ashem. Alright? Double honors to the apostles and the elders, the great men who do well. Peace and salutations to all you walking out there preaching this truth throughout the four corners of the earth. The truth and sincerity in your hearts, man, for the love of the gospel. Alright, this is GMS Indiana, coming to prophesy the downfall of America and the Holy Bible, man. Alright? One thing about the Holy Bible is that for all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans out there, man, you're not supposed to worship any other God, alright? Or put anything else on the pedestal that you should put Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi on. Because the Lord told all Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, so-called, right, that we're not supposed to worship any other idols, man. These other nations they create gods with their own hands, man, to be like us. You got it?
Exodus 20, right?
Yeah. 20 verse 1.
Kind is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am Yahawah thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath.
Thou shalt not make any engraven image. Alright, you should not take a tool and make an engraven image, or make any likeness of anything that is in the heaven above, or that is in the water beneath the earth, or that is on the earth, man. But these people do that, man. The things that they should do, the things that you should do towards Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, you give to Cardi B, alright, and Jay-Z, and all these fucking celebrities, man. That's what you give it to. You give it to the Queen of Heaven. Alright? You don't think you worship another God, but man, you make those people your God, man. You have made lies your refuge. You know? You worship all of these other things that when you should be worshiping Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, man. And when I say worship, you give it your reverence, man. You give it your love and attention. You know? You give it your life, basically. You put your life into it. You know?
I had a little quick precept to back you up. It's in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, and verse 11. Hath a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods. But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit.
Doth not profit, man. What profit is it to serve something imaginary? Yeah, I got this friend, his name Bob, man. My friend named Bob, yeah, Bob says, man, it's just imaginary, man. What profit is to serve something imaginary that has no breath? Let me get what's salt real quick. We keep going to the Exodus.
Kind of reading on, all right, or that is in the water under the earth, thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
Don't serve them, man. That was the point. That was it. That was verse 5 before.
That's verse 5.
Okay, that's it.
I think it's a little more. For I, Yahawah, thy power am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of their fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
See, he's a jealous power, man. So you may get away with your sin the first and second time or all your life, maybe. Hey, but he's gonna visit your iniquity, man, when you come back in the regeneration. You know?
If I could add too, you know how it says he was a jealous, God is a jealous power, man. He gets mad when you worship, you know, images like this, man. When you go inside that Catholic church and bow down to a piece of stone, piece of wood. How are you going to compare a piece of wood and a piece of stone to the Most High?
That's right.
You know, to a thing that can't even save itself, to a piece of wood that can't even wash his own ass, man.
Yeah.
You know?
I got you right here. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 15, verse 15. It says, for they counted all the idols of the heathen to be gods, which neither have the use of eyes to see, nor the noses to draw breath, nor ears to hear, nor fingers of hands to handle. And as for their feet, they are slow to go. All right? You worship these guys that in Jeremiah 10 and 1, it said they must needs to be born, man. What does that word born mean? To come alive. So if I go and chisel a God, make it a graven image, man, I have to deck it and paint it and move it with my own hands, because it's not living. It's just a piece of wood, man, or whatever material you make it out of, man. It's imaginary. You give it power yourself. That's why Deuteronomy 32 says, just around wax, smack, and kick, man. You know, it said they worship gods that came up newly created, man. like they did in Egypt. They created a golden calf in Egypt and said, this is your gods that delivered you out of Egypt, man. But you just created it right then and there. So how could it possibly deliver you out of Egypt?
I got something real quick. It's in the book of Baruch, chapter 6. Man, this whole chapter goes into people worshiping idols. So like, we find a good spot to start at.
Because honestly, by law, if you come to us serving another God, man, hey man, I'm supposed to kill you, man. Honestly, cut dry, period. If you come to me trying to convince me to worship another God, man, I'm supposed to be my hands are supposed to be the first one upon you, man. And that's in that Deuteronomy 13. It says if someone try to entice you to serve another God, you're supposed to kill him and then take him to the congregation, and then everybody's supposed to kill him, man. Because the word of the Lord ain't soft, man. It's period, cut blank, and it's broad, man. You know? You got it?
Oh, go ahead. Deuteronomy 13 and verse 9. But thou shalt surely kill him.
Yep, thou shalt surely kill him. And verse up, it says, your hand's supposed to be the first upon him, man. It says, thou shalt surely kill him.
Thine hand shall be first upon him.
See?
To put him to death.
Yep.
And afterwards, the head of all the people.
Yeah. Well, let's get it. Namely gods. There it is. 6. Start from 6.
Deuteronomy 13 and verse 6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son of thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend which is as thy own soul entice thee.
Yep, entice thee, try to convince thee.
Secretly, saying, let us go and serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy father. Namely, of the gods of the people which are rounded about you, nigh unto thee, far off from thee, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. Thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him.
Yeah.
Neither shalt thou neither shall thine eye pity him,
Yep.
neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him.
Yep.
But thou shalt surely kill him. Thy hand shall be first upon him to put him to death.
And thy hand should be first upon him to put him to death.
And afterwards the hand of the people.
And then afterwards the hands of the people. I mean, so when I say you're supposed to kill him, you're supposed to hurt him. Because it says thy hand should be the first upon him. So basically grab hold of him and take him to the people, and then they kill him, man, and stone him with stones. Is it more to that?
I got something right here. It's the book of Baruch, chapter 6. I'll start at verse 34. Whether it be evil that one doth unto them, or good, they are not able to recompense it. They can neither set up king nor put him down. So those idols, they can't set up a king or put a king down.
Oh yeah.
All right. Hey, whether you do good or bad, hey, that idol's not going to reward you, man.
That's right.
You know.
It's written in the book of Job that the Lord said, "King, son, put him down."
In like manner, they can neither give riches nor money, though a man make a vow unto them and keep it not, they will not require it.
God, they can't repay. They can't repay for you do good or to do evil, because why? They're imaginary, man. It's like having an imaginary friend. They have no power, you know?
They can't save no man from death, neither deliver the weak from the mighty. So hey, that piece of wood, that piece of stone that you people worship, hey, that's not going to deliver you from death, man. It's not going to deliver you in the time of Jacob's trouble. Yep. All right, it's not that idol's not going to be able to feed you in the famine that's about to come to America, man. You know. All right. They cannot restore a blind man to his sight, nor help any man in his distress.
Restore a blind man to his sight, man. Did he do that in the book of Tobit? You know.
Only Yahawah Shema Shai can do that for you, man.
Exactly.
You know, they can't show no mercy to the widow nor do good to the fatherless. Okay?
campaign. They even did that for Saul when he was blinded. Did he get his sight back?
You said Saul?
Yeah. No, Saul, whose name was changed to Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Saul, whose name was changed to Paul.
Yeah, God.
So, pretty good.
Spirit and power. How about Shimei man? Because it said Psalms 96 and 5. It says for all the gods of the idols, for all the gods of the heathen are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. See, our Lord actually made what you see before you, man. Everything you see before you, He made. You know, He actually has these power to do things, man. But your guys, idols, they don't have any power. Yeah, more?
Yeah, just one more verse. They're gods of wood, and which are overlaid with gold and silver, are like the stones that be hewn out of the mountain. They that worship them shall be confounded.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, you're gonna be ashamed, man. You know, hey, worshiping these idols, man. Once you find out that this piece of wood, this piece of stone that you guys worship, man, and you sacrifice to, is not gonna be able to profit you, man. All right, and in the time of Jacob's trouble, man.
Right.
All right, and the time of your distress, man. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This is Judges 10 and verse 14. Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen.
God.
Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation.
God. All these gods that you choose, that you serve, man, it says let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation, man, which is a rhetorical statement because He knows that they can't deliver you. You know? This is Jeremiah chapter 8, all right, verse 3. It says, and death shall be chosen rather than life. All right, now what's life and death, man?
Yes, I got okay, got it. Yeah, I got it.
It says, death shall be chosen rather than life. Now, I'm going to tell you what's death and what's life. Well, the scripture's going to tell you.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever.
Right, this is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endureth forever.
And they that keep it shall come to life.
God, they that keep the commandments of this book going to come to life, man. Because why? The Spirit is the Spirit that quickeneth, and the Spirit is the words that the Lord speaking to us, man. So this whole book is the Spirit of the Lord. You know, they shall come to life because they're gonna be quickened.
But such as leave it shall die.
But such as leave it, if you don't hearken to the words, you're gonna die. Because soon, the moment that you don't hearken to these words, man, you don't become alive. You know, you're almost like a zombie. You know?
Hold that for a second.
Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 14. We'll start at 12. Because, like I said, we got all kinds of idols that we're talking about. This is the biggest idol. Can you turn it? You want to turn this?
Oh, fuck. I gotta loosen it up for you.
Show them how to work it. Now it's up there.
Try to turn it now. There you go. There you go.
Can you get this?
Can you see?
Point them over.
Yeah, point it over here, like tilt it. There you go, there you go. There you go. All right. Yeah, we seen it. We got it.
Okay. So now, so we talk about idols and the devising of them or whatever. Well, like I said, this is the biggest idol that they made over here. This image that they messed up with YAHAWAH. This is biblical. And this is, watch what you're doing. Watch what you're doing. Watch what you're doing. Watch what you're doing. You're covering up one post. Use two hands. There we go. This is a description that doesn't match, but this is actually an apocrypha when they did it. First they did it with some rappers, then they did it with Chesney Bourgier. Okay, so I'm gonna give you that then. I'm gonna let them get back to where they was at. For the dividing the idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the adventure of them, the corruption of life. So, like the brothers were saying and going into, you could choose life or choose death. And when you chose to follow these images and these idols and these types of things, as opposed to what the scripture actually described and says, you chose death. Okay? For neither were they from the beginning neither shall they be forever.
You see now?
So like the brother was breaking down and saying earlier, as far as things passing away, but this is the true life. This is the one that's going to last forever, that's going to endure forever. Okay? For by vain glory of men they entered into the world. This was vain glory here. To paint this picture, okay, to have this man have his son pose to be the image of who they worship now. Okay, between that and what they worship, turn that sign around. Turn that sign around. And what they worship on the back of this, they're fucked up. These people are jacked up, man. They worshiping idols and shit. That's gonna get their ass destroyed. Okay? For by vain glory of men they entered into the world, and therefore shall they come shortly to an end. And we coming to an end right now. Shortly. Okay? 1,000 years is as a day, and a day is as 1,000 years. So this is a short time for the Lord. It ain't been around that long, and he ain't gonna let it be around that long. Okay? For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, we have made an image of his child, soon taken away. Now honor him as a God, which was then a dead man, and delivered to those that were under him ceremony and sacrifices. So this is these people, this is this scenario, and this is what we got even to this day. The Catholic Church and all this, what do you think that is? Okay? Thus, in process of time and ungodly custom grown strong, was kept as a law. Now, motherfuckers will live and die with this image. Okay? They'll live and die with this image now. Okay? And give me your signs. And Northern Kingdom will lose their mind over this. Okay? We done had brothers get hit with bottles of water and shit out here because they just holding this sign. Okay? So you want to talk about idols, let's deal with it then. Okay? So, thus in process of time of ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandment of kings. Okay? What did they say? Didn't they say in America that this was built on the Bible? Huh? Wasn't this supposed to be built on, this country was supposed to be built on the principles of the Bible. But what's that? Is that Isaiah 50 and 16? Or is that Psalm 50 and 16? Where you to have taken my Psalm 50 and 16. Okay? So this Edomite, the so-called white man, because that's a construct from 1681, put this Bible in his hand and said that this was the law of the land. Where Herod said that too. And then what did John the Baptist say? Well, if you call yourself being one of us, you ain't supposed to be fucking this man, your brother's wife. Okay? You call yourself being one of us. So this is the law. This is how you supposed to be trying to live. Okay? Thus in the process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings, whom men could not honor in presence because they were far off. They took the counterfeit of his visage from far and made an express image of a king whom they honored, to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he was present. This motherfucker's been dead in the ground for a long motherfucking time. Now, this one, he's standing on the right-hand side of the Lord right now, with vengeance in his heart. Okay? He got vengeance in his heart. He ready to come back and destroy some shit. Okay, so all this love y'all think y'all got, what was that? In Exodus he said, no, I was reading something else today. He said, no, that was Ezra, who said, mighty and dreadful God. Okay? He called him a mighty and a dreadful God. Okay? As if also the singular diligence of the artificial did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition. So these pictures that was painted off this was painted by some of the best painters that was around at that time. And it was so angelic that people just bought into the look of it that they don't want to hear the truth. So now back to what you was going on where was you at?
I got to pick something
at
what you
a-
were saying.
Oh, okay, go ahead.